Hi Libra, welcome. So Libra, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, and then we're going to go into the you versus them love portion of the reading. I am time stamping this as September because that's when I'm completing the reading. But honestly, my readings are timeless. So that means whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get into it. So Libra, you have the card of the trine, which is all about flow, but this is also Libra energy to me. So I love that as your crowning card. It's talking about finding harmony, enjoyment in your current situation, regardless of the situation, looking for the silver lining and the benefit into whatever you have flowing into your life. It also talks about kind of going with the flow, okay? Not pushing against others, not pushing against things that you don't want. And this is a very supportive energy, okay? It also talks about a little bit of indulgence. You know, you are the sign of balance, but a little indulgence is all right here and there. You know what I mean, Libra? So let's get into it and see what we have going on for you. So you have the card of nothingness and change. Really interesting. Healing and integration. So it's almost like something out of nothing. And I'm also getting the phrase mountain out of a molehill. So be careful with that. Like you could be in this space where you might be making something out of nothing or a mountain out of a molehill. Or maybe you're dealing with someone who has a tendency to do that. Libra, but again, the guidance either way is to release the resistance, okay, and to find what, you know, and no matter what the situation is that's coming into our life, there's something beneficial coming out of it, or it wouldn't be happening to you, right? Like even perceived bad things happening to you have benefit to you because they cause your expansion, they cause your growth, they help you get to know yourself a little bit better. And that's kind of what we're always doing. We're evolving eternal beings. So it's all about kind of getting to know yourself and loving yourself really at the end of the day. But there is a change here coming through, and it may seem like it came out of nowhere. So there's a change in the tide of energy that's flowing through. And they're also wanting to highlight healing, taking time to heal your body. I'm getting the word restoration. Get your rest, meditate, drink water, pay attention to the rhythm of your body. Take a nap. You know, I feel a little bit of fatigue in the Libra energy. And maybe it's because you've not been prioritizing your own needs, okay? Especially your mental and emotional well-being. So yeah, let's see where this is headed and go further. And yes, Libra, I've had this song in my head since I woke up. And like, okay, I have a song in my head every day. You guys know that, whatever. But are you okay, Doc? I feel it's specific to this reading. I think her name is Alicia. Doc, stop. I don't know why he's doing that all of a sudden. Alicia Cressy. I could be completely wrong about that. I actually found her on TikTok, but she says, I'm too broke for saving. I'm too far to heal. Please, someone come and save me. It's a really good song. I know that sounds sad, that part right there, but it's actually a really good, it's a beautiful song. She says, my heart was wounded and scarred from the start, but then you lifted me up, so I could not. Lifted me up so I couldn't run. Check that song out. I'm not really sure what the name of it is. If it comes to me, I will definitely let you guys know. My dog must sense some energy shifts in here because he was sleeping and all of a sudden he's just being himself over there. Anyways, she says, yeah, I'm too broke for saving. I'm too far to heal. Someone come and save me from myself, 'cause baby, I'm not breathing. I need love. I need love. Ooh, maybe you need some love, Libra. No, no, no. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. All of a sudden, my dog was like howling, and he knocked over a feather back there, which he was getting ready to eat. He keeps eating my feathers, guys, and my feathers are like sacred to me. I have a whole collection of them. I don't know. You can see some of them behind me, but this isn't even close to how many I actually have. And for some reason, like, what dog eats feathers? I don't know. But, sorry. I had to pause it for a second. But anyways, maybe he senses some energy shifts or a presence here. Who knows, you know? But let's get going. Anyways, yeah, check out that song. And maybe you need love. You know what I mean? Like, Libra, I feel like you're one of those signs that is like always there for other people. Kind of similar to Taurus energy, where you're like always trying to understand others, always want to put the shoe on the other foot, and yet you don't always get that reciprocated back to you, and it's draining, it's exhausting, right? So it's like time to fill your own cup up, right? You can't look to others to fill your cup, Libra. You've got to do that yourself. And sometimes that means pulling back and prioritizing yourself. But sometimes it also means like reaching out and saying, hey, I need love, you know, or I want to be cuddled. I want to be hugged, you know. But it's, I think for air signs, and I'm a triple air sign, guys. Oops. Take note of that. And I have a Libra moon and rising, so I get it. But I think as air signs are so independent, sometimes it's hard for us to just say, hey, I need support, because we're used to being, you know, the supporter. So anyways, Page of Swords, the High Priestess. What else do we have? The Seven of Wands. Yup. And you know what? Sometimes when you don't prioritize yourself, you become defensive, guarded, hypersensitive, and you may have noticed yourself dipping into those energies, Libra, which is all that means is that's a sign that you are not taking time out for yourself. And so take time out for yourself, right? When we feel irritated all the time, that irritation is your earliest sign that you need to relax and allow your mind to relax, not to overstimulate yourself or over worry yourself. Some of you are worried about things like you don't even have control over, you know, and if you really think about it, you would catch yourself in the act of worrying and say to yourself, is this going to make a difference? Are these thoughts going to change anything? If the answer is no, then try to refocus yourself, right? Because nothing is more irritating than worrying over things that you really don't have any control over. So, especially when it comes to others and other people and their choices and their behaviors. So anyways, all that to say, Libra, there's a sense of irritation here, but I feel like you are being divinely guided, okay? You need to put your guard down a little bit. Some of you may benefit from like placing distance or maybe going somewhere new, you know, or travel for some of you. But there's like this uncertainty hanging over your energy, and it's somewhat clouding you and blocking you from really being able to truly tap into that intuitive part of yourself. All right, so let's see what else Libra needs to know. Three of Wands, King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. So, Nine of Swords. The first, okay, let me say this correctly. Your happiness is not someplace out there. It's not in the future. It's not in an outcome. It's not anywhere but here and now. Some of you, it's like you're thinking that like you cannot be fully content or happy until something changes. But it's like you actually hold yourself away from feeling as good as you can feel and actually slowing down the change by thinking in that direction. And so Spirit wants you to flip that on its side and instead think of it this way. The happier you are in the current circumstance, the quicker it changes. But also you benefit from allowing yourself to feel good right here, right now. See, people think things have to change for them to feel good, not realizing them holding themselves in a space of not feeling good is what's preventing the change. And this is true of anything you want to change in your life. So it's like, no, you got to find a way to feel good as you are now. And as you do that, change comes natural as a byproduct of that happiness. So don't be your own worst enemy here, Libra, by thinking that your contentment, your happiness, your satisfaction is out there somewhere. Okay? Because there's a solid foundation here. And I feel like there's this generous energy that wants to come through as well. But it's hard to see it when your focus is blurred. Blurred by what you're thinking. This is the card of restriction, but it's all mental restriction, meaning like thinking that there is no solution. There's no way out. There's no way I could be happy in this circumstance. There's no way I could, release this icky energy from me. And it's like the very thought that you don't think that there is a solution creates more of a problem, but there is a solution. There's always a solution, because there's always two sides to every coin. If a problem is created in this universe, the opposite is also true. The solution is also created in that same exact moment. So that means every problem does have an answer. It's just which one are you pointed in the direction more of, the problem or the solution? And how do you know which one you're leaning more towards? Ask yourself how you feel on a daily basis. If you're feeling like shit on a daily basis, you're thinking more about the problem than the solution. If you're feeling hopeful, if you're feeling positive, if you're feeling light, then that means you're leaning more towards the solution than the problem. And this is how we guide ourselves with our thoughts and our emotions. That's what your emotions are for. They're your compass. They're telling you, which way to lean. It's just, are you listening to it, And it's a continual practice, okay? It's not something you master and then you forever are perfect at. It's a daily practice. So there's also this message here about incorporating daily practices into your routine. And the only practice that they want you to do is to prioritize thinking thoughts that make you feel good. Because you can think any thought you want in the universe. That's your free will. But why not choose the ones that feel the best to you? Some of you think something bad is going to happen if you think too positive, like you're not going to see something coming, but it's actually quite the opposite. It's when you're looking for something bad to come that something bad comes, because you get what you think about. It's so funny, I caught this in the Virgo reading too, where like there was this message for Virgo about like almost being afraid to be too happy, because what if, this shoe drops? And it's like that what if thought is what keeps that what if active in your life. So ditch it and put you some rose-colored glasses on, I have another song coming through. Okay, I don't think I can say this lyric. He says, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck what they say, it don't mean shit now. Excuse my language. Somebody got mad at me for cussing the other day. They said, this is blasphemy. And I said, this is spirituality. We don't believe in anything bad. That's religion. You're on the wrong channel. Words are words, people. It's people that make them offensive, not the words that are offensive. That's the song lyric that came through, though. Bizarre, right? And it's an old song. It says, F what they say, it don't mean shit now. I don't know where that came from. Maybe you're caring too much about what someone else thinks. That's a very Libra-like thing to do, because that's what you're good at. You're a good mediator. You're good about caring for others. But sometimes you do have to cut that off when it's hurting you. So let's go further and see. The Moon, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups. And the Five of Swords. So it's like there could be strife going on in the family or the home. Okay. But this could also be representative of just feeling depleted, defeated. It's like it's like innately you know that you're blessed. Like you know that you're blessed. You know this. But life gets so interesting. Life has a way of twisting and turning in a way that makes you feel less than. And I feel you being very emotional, okay? Or deep into your emotional self, super sensitive as well, especially when it comes to those that are near and dear to your heart, especially those that you have very intimate bonds with, for instance, like your partner or your children, or yes, things of that nature. It's like almost a very protective energy, but at the same time it can be a vicious energy. So careful. Like some of you, be careful that you don't make any decisions from this very uncertain space, because it may end in hurt feelings, whether it be your own or others. Because there's like this inner skeptic that wants to come through, this kind of hypercritical energy, Libra. And you know, us air signs can be really blunt, right, and almost cruel with our words if we are not in a good feeling space. And so there's this, you know, there's a possibility that may come out just because you're so emotional right now, and yet you're being guided, and yet there's blessings around you, yet there is things to be grateful for. But maybe you're not seeing it all the time because you're looking outside, you're looking elsewhere, you're thinking about other things that really don't serve you in the best way. And so they really want you to come back to self and do some healing for yourself and kind of release this resistant thought. I feel a tension here. And to maybe just do nothing for a day. You know, when's the last time you just did nothing? You know what I mean? I feel like you're a busybody, but like, just like chill out. You know what I mean? If you can. All right, so let's see what the guidance is. Then we're going to go to the you versus them. And let me see where I'm at with time. Oh, it's the card of forgiveness. Listen to this. It says, holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of the human emotions. The act of forgiveness is in its own right an equally incredibly powerful tool that has the capacity to heal and transform. So some of you, this is about releasing anger, old resentments, and forgiveness, giving forgiveness of yourself, okay, or others. And that's really all it boils down to. So, wow, very interesting, Libra. Let's go into the love reading now and see where this is headed. I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back. So now we're going to go into the you versus them. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And also, this is usually about an intimate partner, but it doesn't have to be. It's whoever's most predominant in your energy. So it could be a friend, a family member, a coworker. Keep an open mind, all right? So you have the card of Virgo, which is funny because I just talked about Virgo's reading and the spiritual portion. If you have Virgo in your chart or dealing with one, check out their reading. This could also just be the influencing energy between you and your person. Very methodical, very insightful, very discerning, sometimes very serious energy, sometimes a little bit critical, overcritical. So that could be in the air right now. Let's see what your crowning energy is, Libra. Whoa, you have the Sun and the Knight of Swords, person they're connecting to. Wow, you both got two cards. They have Justice and the Chariot. So Leo, Libra, Cancerian, Virgo energy out now. So it's like, some of you, it's like, it's like every time you find your happiness, somebody brings the drama. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I feel. And it's like, or maybe you bring the drama, like you start to feel good. And because you're feeling good, you're like, I think I'm going to address that thing I've been needing to address. And then it accidentally causes drama. Take it as it resonates. This person has Justice and the Chariot. So they're trying like hell to find some balance here. They may be looking for guidance as well. They definitely want to move things forward. They want to feel like things are fair. Okay. So let's go further and see. Libra, we're going to look at what led up to the now, how you're currently seeing each other, how you're feeling underneath it all, and the big spiritual picture. So Libra, recent past. There's that song again. And what I said, it don't mean it's now. Why is that the only lyric I can hear? King of Wands, the High Priestess, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Why the Seven? What's the Seven about? Some of you feel lied to, betrayed, exhausted. Some of you feel like you thought you were working together on something, but it just feels like somebody was wearing a facade or a false mask, and your intuition kind of told you this, Libra, but maybe your ego overrode, you know, what your intuition was feeling. And maybe that's where that song is coming from. But don't, you know, if that's the case, don't beat yourself up over it. This is the past, by the way. This is past energy, so this has already occurred. And I heard repair. So there's something on repair here, or that needs to be repaired or is being repaired. Let's see this person's recent past. Six of Swords. The Devil. These came out in the reverse, so I'm going to accept them that way. Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this person has kind of struggled to let something go, let go of control as well. And like, as opposed to going into action or changing something, they kind of went limp in their energy, like taking no action. Instead fixating on something that really didn't serve them. It's like they want to move forward, right? They wanted to find a resolution, but they kept getting stuck on either the past or something that really has a tendency to bring them into their darker self. And they need to let go of control, which they know, right? But instead, they just become despondent almost, or at least that's how they've behaved in the past. So it's like needing to take action, but not taking the needed action. It's like giving up. That's what it feels like. So let's see how you see each other in the now energy. That was the recent past. Ace of Wands. How do they see them? How does Libra see them now? Fiery. The Death card. Two of Swords. There's that Two of Swords. Now that was in the spiritual reading as well. Okay. I'm going to come back to that message here in a second. If that's the same three darn cards, I guess I'm going to keep it. But the three cards that came out was all about self-sufficiency, independence, prioritizing yourself, which is exactly what the spiritual portion of the reading was. So go back and check that out. But it's like when it comes to this person, it gets you fired up, right? Whether that be in a passionate way or an angry way. But there seems to be a change or an ending here, and like a lot of uncertainty about how things are going to move forward. Some hurt feelings here as well, because you feel like you've invested your time and energy, and yet you feel drained. It's like not feeling like you're getting a return on your investment, so to speak. And it just completely emotionally draining you. Now, it could be that you also see this person as someone who is emotionally drained, okay, themselves, or maybe they felt like, again, this could be on the other foot, that they've invested themselves into something that they thought was going to move forward, and uncertainty blocked the situation, and this feeling of helplessness is what I get. Or feeling helpless in a situation as well is what I feel. So let's see what this person's perception is. The Hierophant. There's the Death and Rebirth card. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Oh, I hate that card. So, this person, wow, this is intense, okay? This person feels like a failure sometimes, like, or that they failed something. They are really being hard at themselves. They are really beating themselves up, especially if they have Virgo in their chart. I feel like this person felt like they were following their, they felt like they were doing the right thing, living their life in the right way, making the right decisions. And yet there's some big change here that maybe they didn't really see coming, okay? There might have also been things revealed, you know, that makes this person feel like, wow, I failed to see that, okay? Or I failed to plan for that. Like, yeah, it's a sense of failure. Like, I failed this person. Maybe they feel they failed you, Libra. But I feel like they're their own worst critic. And it doesn't help them to think that way. It creates a sense of helplessness. Like, they disempower themselves by kind of having like a victim mentality. You know, which when life hits us hard, it's hard not to feel like we are a victim. But, and I'm not saying that you can't feel that way, but you can't live that way. You can't dwell in that, because you disempower yourself, because it slowly deteriorates your connection with source, because it slowly deteriorates your body, your life, your mental health, because your soul knows that you are far from a victim. Your soul knows your purpose, your worth, your goodness, your light. And so when we don't see ourselves in that way, it cuts us off from that good feeling space. And that's their emotional guidance system letting them know that the way that they're thinking is not in alignment with what's best for them and the way they could be thinking and feeling. But they may not realize that. Let's go into the heart space. See? Heart space. Libra, how do they feel underneath it all? King of Cups, very emotional energy. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. I knew it. See, oh my God, I gotta tell you guys a story. I was just watching 90 Day Fiance. Don't judge me. I'm obsessed with like reality TV, especially 90 Day Fiance. No, I don't want that one. It's fascinating to me. This card keeps wanting to come out. Anyways, the reason why I bring it up is because there was two different couples, and they were both going through an ending in the relationship. Now, in one situation, the woman kept saying, I'm done, I don't love you, I'm not in love with you, but she was so emotional. She kept crying, and I could tell that she didn't really mean what she said, and I'll tell you why I know that. Now, the other couple who are also going through an ending, the woman is saying, I'm done with you, and she's stoic. She has no emotion on her face. You could tell no matter what he says, no matter what he does, she's made her mind up, and it is what it is. And I said, she's actually done. The other one isn't. And the reason why I say that is because if you are super emotional while you're saying you're done, you're not even close to done as far as it goes with your healing, with the attachment, etc. Because you don't cry over things you don't care about. You know what I mean? It's like Abraham Hicks has this great analogy. If somebody calls you on the phone and says, hello, you don't know me, and I'm never going to talk to you again, you would say, okay, goodbye. And you wouldn't think twice about it. But if somebody you really love and care about calls you on the phone and says, hello, I'm never going to talk to you again, you're going to feel emotion because you have a connection, because you have an attachment. You know what I mean? And so many people try to leave situations that they're not actually prepared, ready, or maybe even meant to leave, because they cannot handle the negative emotion, not understanding that the negative emotion is an indicator of caring, because you don't feel negatively about people you don't care about. Now, that doesn't mean, stay in situations you don't want to be in, but it does mean that you need to acknowledge your own healing and your own emotions. So, Libra, when making decisions during this time frame, ask yourself, how does this feel? And if it feels awful and terrible, maybe there's something else to look at. Maybe there's a different way you need to look at it. Maybe you need to give yourself more time to heal, right? Anyways, I say that because there's all this emotional energy here. There's a large sense of loyalty and commitment, and there's also a feeling of connection with this person. And so you care. You care. You care a lot. Otherwise, you wouldn't feel so terrible. Isn't that weird? All right, so let's go into this person's emotional space. And I'm not saying to care so much at your expense. I'm saying go within and figure out why that is and what you actually want. And then reapproach the person, the circumstance, the situation. All right, so 9 of Pentacles, the Fool, King of Wands, the 3 of Cups. So this person is in this emotional space of wanting to reach for a better feeling space. Okay? Nobody likes to feel like a failure. This person has pride. They have an ego. They want to feel confident. They want to see things come together. Absolutely. They want to repair, reconcile, or be supportive, if nothing else. Like, I feel like this person also wants to feel supported. They want to feel that emotional connection here. And so they're really striving for that, Libra. Let's see where this is headed. We'll look at the most likely outcome. The Hangman, the Page of Wands. The 7 of Wands. So there's where your defenses are up here. But there is a new beginning coming through, and there's a new perspective. So you are going to get a different outlook on this. But I feel this hesitancy here. I feel this kind of on the fence type of energy. I feel this inner skeptic coming through here. And all that means is you just need more time to think about it. That's all that means. You know, when we feel uncertain, you know what that means? We just need more time to feel it out. We be pushing ourselves way faster than we even need to go. You know, it takes all of us a certain amount of time to process things, to figure things out. Do not rush yourself. Do not feel that you have a timeline that you need to adhere to. Give yourself grace here, Libra, to feel a situation out, you know, to kind of stand back from the situation as well to get a different perspective. Because there's this little impulsiveness here where you may want to jump to action or conclusion, but they're saying, give it time. Give it time. Think this through. Feel this out. You've got all the time in the world. You're eternal. Let's see this person's heart space, or where they're headed. Knight of Swords, 8 of Wands, 2 cards of communication. I feel like this person is really wanting to speak, to talk, to maybe talk things through, talk about their feelings. They may be talking to others. They may be talking to you. I hear talky, talky, talky. It's like if this person was silent, they may be very verbose instead, you know. If not, I think this person really wants to move things forward. They really want to move out of this energy that did not feel good to them. I heard in a rush to tell you something. Or they may, see, now they need to cool their jets too. Don't be in a rush unless you've thought it through. So the same advice goes for them. But I feel this person being in a space of ready for action. In the past, they weren't. They went limp. That's the best way I can explain it energetically. And now it's like they've thought about their past failures. They've seen the truth now of what they couldn't see the truth in the past because they were too stuck in their shadow. But they have like come to Jesus, I don't know, like come to some sort of acknowledgement of self. They become self-aware of something that they didn't used to be. And now their heart is kind of in this space of wanting this more lighter, freer energy. And now they are wanting to manifest what maybe they didn't give in the past. But they're a little confused on how to go about this, okay? They are needing to kind of, again, maybe figure themselves out a little bit more, but they are ready to make things work. So let's see what the guidance is. Libra. It's almost like they're like questioning, like, how can I make this work? You know, like, how can I express what it is that I want and need as well? You know, they definitely want to bring balance to the situation. And you may be expecting something different. Maybe you're expecting like combativeness or drama, and that's why your guard is up, and this person is wanting balance. So you have the card of a mother's love. This could involve the mother figure. You could be a mother, and or It's just highlighting the feminine energy here. It says that that bond can never be broken. You know, oftentimes our mother and our father figures play into how we behave in relationships. But some of you, this could be your mother. All right, so you have they have the card of let go. They need to let go of the outcome. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release the emotional constraints that have held you back. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit. We have only your best intentions at heart. We'll do everything to protect you. So, wow. Super interesting reading here, Libra. Holy cow. I hope that you took something away from it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I have the following zodiac signs here: Aries, Virgo, Libra, Cancer, Cancerian energy, Scorpio energy, Leo energy, Gemini energy, Capricorn, Scorpio again. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing, but again, it's general. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media links. All of them linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can also find the donation link. Also, I was looking at my stats the other day, and it was like a whopping 40-some% of my viewers are not subscribed to me still. So please, if you come here often and you like to watch my videos, make sure you subscribe. That way you never miss out, because I don't really post on a schedule. So unless you're subscribed, you're not gonna know. So hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much for coming. I'm wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends.